Inside the Huddle, the podcast that brings you the heart and soul of Rolla Bulldogs high school sports.
All right, everyone, welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by our title sponsor, Phelps County Bank. This is Taylor Chrysler Coach Talk Edition with Coach Ken Hohe of the now 22-7 Rolla Bulldog baseball team. Coach, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, hey, we got this going. You got a great day out here on Saturday. Had a little bit of rain last night.
Right.
So you had to work.
A little bit more than a little bit.
Yeah, it was
A little
rough.
more than a little bit.
So you went up Friday to get some more quick dry?
Yeah, so I drove up to Jeff City, went to Capital Sand, picked up 25 bags of quick dry. That way we'd have a little bit in reserve. We got 4 bags left. So we put quite a bit down this morning.
Well, I tell you, look good out there. I don't know how CP thinks it tastes or not.
Right. He got a good mouthful of it. He got a good mouthful. So there's quite a bit of quick dry. There's quite a bit of mix right there, and it's hard now, and he's stuck. Luckily, his face got to the base before the ball got there. So.
That was a great. What he's talking about, it was 8th inning. It is tied up at 6. CP does a leadoff triple.
Right, leadoff triple to left center gap.
And he goes in sliding with the face first dive, does not go, face plants, rolls up, but gets to the base.
Yeah.
And that was great. The Jack Mrazowitz comes on, drives it home,
scores him, wins it. Big win.
Big win.
Yeah.
Big win. So let's talk a little bit about the season. Again, you're 22-7 now.
Right.
That is a 14-game winning streak you're now on.
Yes.
Which is just great. I mean, this is the best record that you've had since the 2018 team.
Right.
That went 23 wins, I believe.
I think they were 23-7-1.
Yeah. And your own Zach Stetter, assistant coach, was on that team too, wasn't he?
No, I think that was the year after Zach graduated. Year after he graduated.
Okay. So again, I mean, a lot of excitement. There's only been a few times that we've had these 21 seasons.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about what you've seen from the team and how everything's been going.
I mean, we have talent, and we started to put all the parts of the game together. We're throwing more strikes. Defensively, we're making more plays. Offensively, we're putting more balls in play. We're stealing more bases. We're just, we didn't get out on the field very much before the season. We don't have the turf football field right now. Anytime it rained or it was cold and snow, we couldn't get outside. So we just were a little behind first 15 or so games. But we've kind of figured some things out, and we're playing better.
So you were sitting at 8-7,
right,
at one point.
Coming off, I think we were on a 4-game losing streak, and we lost a couple games that we had the lead late.
Yeah, and those are ones in that series you had up in Columbia, Jeff City,
yeah,
and then you had the 3 games where you had 6 errors, and 5 errors, I believe.
We just couldn't find a grip on the baseball, and that part of the game beat us. I remember those games. Blaine and Chase Hudson threw good against Blair Oaks, but defensively we let him down. Ruger threw well against Kearney, and defensively we let him down. And then we played poorly against Timberland. They took us out behind the woodshed. They laid it on us.
And again, a lot of hits. And that was, when we went back and looked at that, you saw the amount of errors against Blair Oaks, but we only gave up 2 hits.
Right.
And then I think then it was 5 hits against Kearney, and we had 5. They had 5.
Right.
But again, like I said, those errors were the difference.
Yeah.
But with them, I mean, almost all of their runs were earned runs.
Right.
And that was kind of the thing with Timberland. And then they came here.
And Timberland came here, and Ruger went we beat him 7-1. I think he pitched 6 innings of shutdown baseball, gave up one run over 6 innings.
Now, so let's talk about when you're at that 8-7 mark.
Right.
Were you thinking that 20-win season still on the radar, or were you starting to question a little bit?
No, I knew it was there. We have the talent. We had a senior-only meeting after the Timberland loss, just to kind of regroup. Like, hey, everybody was kind of pressing, getting to the plate, down 1 run, we're trying to hit a grand slam. Make 1 error so the next guy, instead of just being relaxed, he gets all the pressure on, then he makes it. So he said, relax, just go out, win the next pitch, win the next inning, win the next game, and we'll go from there. We've done that. We've done that a lot.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a run on this, and it's not just with the number of runs you've been scoring, but it's the lack of errors. Like I said, you had multiple, no error games that you've had, or maybe 2 at the most. I think you had since on this win streak.
Right. Today we had 1 error. We gave up 6, but we only had 1 error, and that guy didn't score. So actually, it was a pretty good game for us. But yeah, when we make plays, we're pretty good.
Yeah, then we look at all those bats were happening. We've had we've had a grand slam.
Yes.
The home run started during this stretch.
Yes.
We had the perfect game.
Yes.
We had at least 3 no-hitters, I believe.
Yes.
Or 2 with the perfect game.
I mean, we had the perfect game. We had the no-hitter against Waynesville. We had the no-hitter against Jeff City. We had the 1-hitter against Lebanon. We had a 2-hitter against Timberland, or a 3-hitter. We've found a way to give up weak contact and when balls are hit well. We have guys there, run down, make plays, things like that.
And you've seen the double plays getting turned to
Yes.
get you out of innings
Yes.
at those points, and it's great to see. And then the timely hitting,
Right.
And we saw that today.
We saw
right?
it today, yeah. So we're down 6-2. We kind of had a bad call. Jensen hit a ball to deep left that sticks in the ground. It should have become a 3-2 ball game us. Instead, it's 2-2. Jensen actually should have scored. Should have been 4-2. They reversed their call, turned it into a ground rule double, and neither guy scored. That kind of hurt us, but we battled back. They scored 4. We scored 2. Threw a 0, scored 1. Threw a 0, scored 1. Then we eventually won it.
It was an exciting game. It was a big crowd here. It was a long game.
Yeah.
Started a little bit later. We were trying to get, originally it was going to be 11 a.m., but
Right.
then we had to let the field dry, so we got to noon, and then went to
12:15.
12:15.
I think first pitch was around 12:20. So 20 minutes after what we had hoped would be the first pitch. But, Cape drove 2.5, 3 hours to get here. They spent the night here last night. They wanted to play.
Yeah.
We want to play. And Springfield Catholic, Coach Spitz, he does a great job. They want to play. So all 3 teams said, push it back. Figure it out. We'll play late if we have to. And that's what we did.
And it's going to be a great contest. So right now we got Springfield Central and Springfield Catholic and Cape Central going at it against Springfield Catholic they're a great team, small school
they've already
team.
barreled up a homer, a double, and a triple. So they can hit.
They got a lot going to it. So let's take a look at some of the players that have done so well for you this season. So prior to this game, I had CP leading the batting average at 489.
Yeah, he's close to that, somewhere in that area.
And then 554 on base percentage, has 26 RBIs and 4 home runs.
Yes.
Jack Mrazowitz at 429, second on batting and slugging and all that. And then Jensen Thomas at 362 with 35 RBIs on the season.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, and again, those are all 3 people with their on base with plus slugging up over 1.2. So it's a heck of a squad we got right now behind the plate.
We got a lot of guys that can hit. You mentioned 3 of the guys at the top, but I think what makes us tough right now is we are hitting all the way through the lineup. Yep. Just today, Logan Jenkins is batting 8th. He has a big RBI hit. Yep. Blaine Spabble leads off with a double in 1 inning. He's batting 7th. And then you kind of have a rotation in the 9-hole. Chase Williams, Chase Hudson, both those guys give you a little bit of different abilities, but they both have been productive in what we need.
Yeah, it's been great. You look at 8 kids with at least 18 RBIs on the season. I thought that was a great number to see, too.
Yeah.
Then we look at the pitching. Jensen Thomas, 6 wins, 2 losses. He's your ace, 57 Ks.
Right.
Going to be going to Angelo State.
Yes.
Ruger at 4-1. Now, is this a typo? A .98 ERA?
It's not a typo. It's a little bit over that. It's a little bit over 1. It's about 1.1. Okay. But, it's very close to that.
That really impressive right there. And then you got CP coming in at 3-1 with 28 Ks.
Right.
And again, some of those games where CP had pitched the gym and then had those ones where all of those runs kind of unearned. Show up. Yeah. So, and Spabble's done a real nice hitting streak here those last few games. Had some clutch hits and, again, getting some doubles in there. Right. So you're starting to see that kind of pick up as well.
Yes.
So, what game would you like to have back? If you went back and looked at one of the games again, you got a 22-7 record.
All of the losses. Every one of them. I mean, the Timberland game we just played so poorly, but I think if I got to pick one to redo, I think I might redo the Fatima game here. We just played bad, and we kind of let some things that didn't go our way affect us. And that's the other thing we've done really well is when a call goes against us, or we think a call goes against us, we've done a good job of bowing our neck, shaking it off, moving on to the next pitch. And we did it again today. We talked about the controversial ground rule double. We just moved on from it, and that's what we need to do. But
and again, that's what helped pull you out of the winning, and that's what's allowed you to keep winning. Because early on, that when that frustration was going, you could see it in some of the kids, and their chins kind of getting down on themselves, and that's why again that senior only meeting's a big thing.
It was right.
So if you what game would you say is the best representation of Rolla Bulldog baseball this year?
Man, there's so many to pick from. You could go with the Cap City perfect game with how Jensen threw and how we hit. You could go with the Jeff City no-hitter with CP and how he threw and how we hit. You could go with any of Ruger's few starts but maybe the Marshfield game, because that's a game that we were up, we were down, we weren't throwing it great. We made an error, but then we found a way after the fourth inning to say, okay, we're going to win this inning. Then we won the sixth. Yeah. And in that inning, we had the triple that scored 3 and then scored on the wild throw. And it was kind of like that play right there sort of kind of turned our season. Like, oh, hey, we get breaks every now and then too. Yeah. And we've played like it since.
I got goosebumps right there on that one because that was so fun.
It was.
Ruger slides into third, but he jumps up. I call it the David Freeze celebration where he's giving this, and you're like, go home. It went out.
And he told me later, he said, I had no idea what you were talking about. Yeah. He's like, I had no idea the ball went in the dugout. I was like, I know. I had to walk up and tell you, go home.
It was a great play. I love that one. So,
holy cow. I mean, they are hitting missiles all over the place.
That's why you know it's live coming in here. Springfield Catholic got big bats out there. They are getting after it right now. Yeah. So I tell you what, man, Coach, I really appreciate everything that you've done. It's been so much fun.
Right.
Cover all this stuff. 22-7. You got Springfield Catholic coming up next. You got 2 more games. The rest of the season. Did we get a second game on there? We got Melville on.
We got Melville on Friday, and right now there's talk of us playing Jackson on Thursday in St. Louis. If that doesn't happen, or if that does, I also have to see if we can get umpires here on Wednesday. There's a possibility we can play St. E here on Wednesday,
nice.
Jackson on Thursday, and Melville on Friday.
That would be that'd be a load right before the end.
Yeah, all those are kind of dependent on umpires and buses and things like that. But that's the hope, is to get those 3 in. We'd love to play all those teams. I mean, Melville's got 15. They're 15-5 last I looked. Jackson's a 20-win team. St. E is always tough. They're so good for.
They're defending state champions, right?
And and they're good again this year. So we'd love to get all 3 of those games.
That'd be good. So yeah, and we'll talk about that here in a second. So hey, one thank Phelps County Bank for being our title sponsor. Taylor Chrysler, I got it good that time.
You got it.
Being our head or our Coach Talk sponsor, appreciate that. Home Sweet Mo Properties. Danielle and Jared Jordan being our spotlight sponsor. We do the senior spotlight and senior signings and all those activities. We're going to talk to the seniors here in a little bit. Got RJ Pest Control. They're a new sponsor. Appreciate them. And also Juan Skills Academy, Kobe Wands. So besides those next up games, then we got districts coming up the week of May 18th, I believe.
Right. Our district's loaded.
It is absolutely loaded. You got Eureka at 23-6. They're right now in standings. They would be the one, again, not having a seed.
Right, haven't seeded. We see that Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Okay, that's good. Then Rollo, you're at number 2. Lafayette's at number 3 because they just beat Marquette twice, swept them in their doubleheader. Then Marquette, Parkway South. And at that point, Parkway South, Waynesville, Parkway West are all under 10, but you got 18 wins at Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette will be at 20. You'll have 4 20-win teams when we seed that district. And to be a top 4 team in that district is important. To be a top 2 in that district is very important, and it's going to be tough. I think those St. Louis schools are all legitimate. Yeah. We'll have to earn our keep. Yeah. So.
And where will the games be played at?
So first round will be at the higher seeds place. Okay. So if we are in the top 4, the first round will be here, and then we're at Eureka High School the rest of the way.
All right. That'll be great, man. Of course, stop having it there. That's going to be exciting. So Wednesday will be the seating meeting, so we'll figure out then, be able to share that information. And so what's the conversation that you have right now? I mean, you just had a nice conversation there after that game. What is your conversation with this group right now, with the seniors, handling the success? Because, again, the success brings pressure on its own.
Right. I mean, a lot of things we talk about, but at the end of the day, we have to execute. And it's not just I'm excited as an executive that we won, but we got to get better. We have to do better with runners in scoring position. We have to do better on the mound when we get 2 outs. It's keeping our focus and maintaining it. And defensively, look, we made an error this game. We're looking for clean games. So 1 error is great. We're looking for a 0. That's what we want. So, and play for pride. Play for yourself. We leave some numbers that are going to be tough to catch. And we've got 8 seniors, and they all are in the lineup most days. And it's important that we continue to play well all the way, every game, every day.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to watching this district run. You got a lot of excitement here. We've been having some good crowds.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Senior night the other night was a great time. So
right. I don't know if they'll see it, but JV, good win this morning. Okay, now go get game 2 and get yourself in that championship down there or up there in Owensville.
Let's get it done.
That's right.
All right. So for Coach Ken Hohe, I'm Tom Brown from Inside the Huddle, the Heart of the Game. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, Coach.